Today, as we gather thoughts during this reflective season, I'd like to share an idea that has quietly resonated through my life. Everyone, gradually and inevitably, transitions from a state of vibrant sociability to a kind of solitary sociability. Solitude and sociability may appear contradictory, but in reality, they intertwine and evolve as life moves forward. When we are young, we often choose to be sociable, eager to explore and experience the endless circles of life and relationships. It's a natural progression. We seek connection, meaning, and a sense of belonging. We are filled with optimism, inviting friends over, hosting gatherings, sharing meals, and engaging in conversations that linger late into the night. Home becomes a place of warmth and shared memories where walls bear witness to laughter and friendship. During those youthful days, friendships feel like treasures. We believe deeply in sincerity and trust, thinking these bonds are unbreakable. Back then, we reveled in the joy of camaraderie, with visits to friends' homes or hosting them at ours, solidifying connections and creating a tapestry of shared experiences. We cherished the idea of being close to others, believing in the purity of intentions and the strength of relationships. However, as the years pass, life's truths gradually reveal themselves. The world, which once seemed so open and promising, starts to show its complexities. Hypocrisy, fleeting interests, and the superficial nature of many relationships become evident. As the saying goes, those who approach red become red, those who approach ink become black. In a world where genuine hearts are increasingly rare, many of us find ourselves withdrawing from the once vibrant social landscapes we cherished. By the time we reach middle or later years, the drive to socialize diminishes. It's not that we lose our love for others, but rather that we come to value quiet and simplicity. By then, we've seen much, experienced more, and grown more selective about where and with whom we invest our time and energy. The once frequent gatherings fade, replaced by occasional, more intentional interactions. Take Oli, for instance. Now 50, he has found solace in solitude. In his earlier years, he was warm and hospitable, eagerly inviting friends over. But as time passed, he noticed a shift. Friends no longer visited as often, and when they did, it was at a neutral venue like a restaurant. "You were so warm before. How have you become so indifferent now?" a relative once asked. Lee explains that his lifestyle and priorities have changed with age. He now prefers the company of family, the serenity of gardening, or the simple pleasure of sipping tea alone. His relationships, once so lively, have settled into distant but respectful bonds. "Those who come and go frequently are often not true friends," he says. "Rather than forcing hypocritical pleasantries, I'd rather enjoy the freedom of being alone." This isn't uncommon. Many older adults adopt a similar rhythm, a life of solitude interspersed with moments of connection. Socializing becomes more about quality than quantity. The bonds that remain are cherished, while those that fade are left in peace. In a way, this is a natural evolution, a step towards self-preservation and simplicity. But solitude doesn't mean complete isolation. It's about setting boundaries and respecting the flow of life. Many elderly people, for instance, avoid visiting others' homes too often. They've learned that such visits can unintentionally cause inconvenience. Each family has its unique dynamics and routines, and an uninvited guest, even a well-meaning one, can disrupt the harmony. Take the story of Uncle Ma, who found himself in an awkward situation after reconnecting with a high school classmate. Excited to rekindle the friendship, he began visiting regularly, bringing food and drinks to share. At first, the classmate was welcoming, but as the visits continued, tensions arose within the classmate's household. "Every weekend you come to drink," his friend finally said. "My wife and children have started to complain." Uncle Massachusetts realized too late that his enthusiasm had become a burden rather than a joy. Such experiences teach us the value of discretion and restraint in our social interactions. Over time, we learn to enjoy our own company, to embrace the solitude that once seemed daunting. We understand that not every relationship needs to be maintained with the same intensity as before. Miss Wong, another neighbor, shares a similar lesson. After retirement, she enjoyed visiting friends and chatting with neighbors. But one casual remark during a gathering about her daughter-in-law's behavior caused a rift within her family. What she intended as a lighthearted comment was misinterpreted, leading to tension at home. The incident left her wary of oversharing or engaging too deeply in social circles. "Now I prefer to dance with friends in the square and then go home," she says. "No need to talk too much or stay too long. Life is simpler this way." In old age, even the differences in economic status among friends can strain relationships. Visiting wealthier friends might create feelings of inadequacy, while hosting less fortunate ones can feel like an unintentional display of superiority. These dynamics, though subtle, contribute to the preference for solitude. It's easier to live peacefully, focusing on one's own life rather than navigating the complexities of social comparisons. During festive seasons like Christmas, these feelings become even more pronounced. In the past, people eagerly visited each other's homes for New Year greetings or holiday meals. Now, many prefer the quiet comfort of their own space, finding joy in small, personal traditions rather than grand gatherings. Phones and video calls have replaced many face-to-face interactions, allowing people to connect without the demands of physical presence. This isn't necessarily a loss. Instead, it reflects a shift in priorities. As life becomes more exhausting and relationships more nuanced, many find that solitude offers the clarity and peace they seek. The once daunting prospect of being alone becomes a welcome reprieve, a chance to focus on what truly matters. Solitude teaches us to live well for ourselves. It's not about rejecting others, but about embracing the depth of our own existence. In a world that often feels rushed and impersonal, solitude allows us to slow down and appreciate the simple joys of life. It's a form of self-love, a way to nurture our minds and spirits. As we age, it's natural to spend less time socializing and more time reflecting. But this doesn't mean we've lost interest in life or relationships. Rather, we found a different way to engage, one that prioritizes authenticity and inner peace. The love for family grows warmer, the need for external validation fades, and the beauty of solitude takes center stage. So this Christmas, whether you find yourself surrounded by loved ones or quietly enjoying a cup of tea by the window, remember that both states are valid, beautiful ways to celebrate life. Solitude and sociability aren't opposites, they're part of the same journey, each enriching us in its own way. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. If this reflection resonates with you, don't forget to carry its warmth forward. Whether through a thoughtful conversation or a quiet moment of introspection, let's cherish the peace and depth that this season brings. As we bring this reflection to a close, let's take a moment to embrace the beauty of this season and the lessons it brings. Solitude and sociability, though seemingly opposite, are both essential threads in the tapestry of life. While we may begin with the joy of constant connection, we eventually learn the value of quiet moments, the peace of solitude, and the strength that comes from within. Life is a journey of transformation. As we grow, our needs, desires, and perspectives shift. Solitude in later years is not a sign of withdrawal, but a choice to live authentically, to cherish meaningful relationships while letting go of superficial ones. It's about creating a life that feels right for where you are, one that aligns with your values and brings true contentment. Now, as the holiday season unfolds, take time to reflect on your own journey. What does solitude mean to you? Do you find peace in it, or does the absence of past traditions leave an ache in your heart? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might resonate with someone else. If you found comfort or inspiration in this message, please give the video a thumbs up. Share it with a friend or loved one who might need a reminder that solitude can be a source of strength. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more heartfelt discussions like this one. Let's continue exploring life's profound truths together, building a community where no one feels alone. Thank you for watching and spending this reflective moment with me. May your days ahead be filled with peace, warmth, and clarity, no matter how you choose to spend them. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself, cherish your quiet moments, and let the light of this season guide you forward.